Monday Night Raw Hot Takes, where I take your thoughts, your opinions, your hot takes from the previous episode of Raw, SmackDown, and or PLE Saturday Night Main Event this week too. Before we get started, I would just like to give a big welcome to the 500 subscribers that we got over the last 48 hours. Thank you for joining the community. You will find that this is not an echo chamber wrestling channel. We welcome all opinions as long as you present your opinion well thought out and respectfully, because you don't have to agree with me and I don't have to agree with you, but I do like us to come to the table, communicate with each other, share ideas, and walk away with a better understanding of one another. That's what this community is all about. Welcome. Now let's get to Jamie K. Jimmy is greater than Jey. Take the entrance away, and Jey is just a less funny Jimmy. Okay, so here we go. I disagree with this statement, but I will say you do have a point, Jamie. You do have a point. I will say if you take away Jey's entrance, the yeet movement, then he does lose a lot of what attracts people to him. However, I think he's more than just an entrance. What we fell in love with Jey through no fault of Jimmy, because Jimmy was out on, he was injured when the Bloodline storyline started, and so he didn't get the opportunity that Jey did. But you know what? Make the most of your opportunities, and Jey did. So Jey, for the most part, throughout the entire Bloodline saga, was just berated, belittled, used and abused, and us fans, we really fell in love with this character who was just completely just getting beaten on mentally, emotionally, physically, week in, week out for years. And then finally, when he did stand up for himself, right there, that's the moment that we fell in love with him. So with or without yeet, we're gonna love him no matter what, because of what he endured and how he overcame it. So he is more than just the yeet. But then he got yeet and became over the moon. And I'll say this, I do think his mic skills are better. He knows how to handle the what chant way better because he just incorporated that with his yeet stuff. But yeah, I think that his interview skills are better when he does drop the yeet and gets a little serious. And he has started to incorporate both his yeet character and his Bloodline Jey Uso character, which I'm really digging. He does get better when he gets serious. And though I will say that Jimmy does have the in-ring ability better than Jey. He is better in the ring. When he fought Carmelo Hayes this week on SmackDown, I was like, wow, Jimmy's the better wrestler. But in WWE, mic skills are usually more important, so I think it's just a matter of taste. At the end of the day, I prefer Jey over Jimmy. Looks like you prefer Jimmy over Jey. That's all right. Like I said in the beginning, we're allowed to have a difference of opinions. I like them both, though. I do like them both. Hunter Bourne 2763. Jey Uso's going to win the title on Saturday. He can drop it back to Gunther at the Rumble and add another acolyte to his career that needs to be legitimizing considering his top guy status. I wonder if that would hurt him or if it wouldn't. You would think it would help, because you're right. It does add to the resume, but then to have just another short title reign, I wonder if people would start getting on that. Oh man, I don't know. I'm 40% Jey Uso's gonna win, but I think 60% Gunther. I think Triple H realized he made a mistake when he just completely chipped away at Gunther's aura with his feud against Damian Priest. I feel that Triple H is trying to rebuild it, and he needs to get Gunther some wins, and a win on Jey Uso doesn't necessarily hurt Jey Uso because he is so over with the crowd. He can eat a loss, which is unfortunate because I don't want him to just continuously eat main event losses. But I think Gunther, I'm 60% on Gunther's side taking it this week. But I get what you're saying. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. But believe it or not, I've been wrong in the past. I know, shocker. Mr. Brownie God 2580. I think if Jey loses at Saturday Night Main Event, he will come to the Rumble later and win as an unexpected winner. Definitely would be an unexpected winner. I could see him getting the title. I really could. But after WrestleMania, there's too many people hovering around the main event scene of WrestleMania 40 right now. I don't think they're going to try their hand at an untested commodity, even though the dude's been around for 14, 15 years. Yeah, we got, Drew, Seth, Punk, Roman, maybe The Rock, John Cena, Gunther, Logan Paul. You know, there's 8 people right there. I know Logan Paul's a long shot, but there's 8 people right there who could feasibly be in the main event. I actually did a who's going to main event WrestleMania video as well. I'll put that in the card up top and maybe even the link below. Oh, Randy Orton too, Kevin Owens. So there you go. That's 10 possible main eventers. They're not going to throw an unexpected Jey Uso in right now. It's unfortunate, but that's how I see it. But don't worry, Jey Uso, you have another path to a championship right here. Jey and anybody else watching, in fact, all you got to do to win this championship belt right here, WWE official even, all you got to do is comment below, but also be a subscriber, hit the bell notification, and maybe a thumbs up. We'll consider this a yeet up if Jey Uso does it, but for real, yeah, I'm giving this away, no strings attached. Well, I guess little itty bitty strings, the comment and the subscription, those are itty bitty strings. I think you can do it, and you can win this belt once I hit 10,000 subscribers on my quest to become a full-time YouTuber. I'm going to give this belt away on a live stream. Like I said, we got 400 to 500 subscribers just in 48 hours, so we could be doing this before the Royal Rumble if I get I get the engagement up on these videos. So subscribe, like, comment, win the belt. Next hot take. And 992, I think Roman wins the Rumble and CM Punk wins the Elimination Chamber. I could see that. I kind of think that too, actually. I think that actually I might put that in that WrestleMania video. But yeah. Good call. Chris Gutierrez, not a hot take, but I want to know who Dominik hooked Gable up with. Yeah, a lot of comedy potential right there. I gotta admit, I thought this whole I can't beat Luchador storyline was stupid, but I don't know, it's kind of turning out really funny. That's the beauty of Chad Gable. You can give him dog crap, and somehow he's gonna make it into, like, I don't know, what can you make dog crap into that's really good? Well, whatever it is, that's what Chad Gable can do. I should have probably said, chicken crap or chicken crap into chicken salad. How's that saying go? I don't know. Next comment. Jay and Love, new faction in Drew, Seth, and KO. I think WWE planting seeds in their team up. So do I. Even though Drew and Seth are at odds with each other, I feel that by the time WrestleMania comes and Roman has acquired even more power, Seth is going to realize that Drew has been right all along. And I think Drew and KO are working together behind the scenes, even though they haven't shown it. Seems like their actions are very much aligning with each other. And whenever they are in the same arena together, they help each other out, or their goals get met without them actually interacting. So I think they're secretly in a team right now, and when they do form, they could be the new Shield, but instead of Shield, let's call them Sword. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do watch Wrestle Talk, and I believe that the main guy on Wrestle Talk did coin that they should be called Sword, so I'm just throwing it out there. I am not copying, I'm just on board with that idea. Call them Sword. Demon King, my hot take is the Wyatt 6 need to be on Raw. Yeah, they kind of do need to be on Raw, in that Raw in the United States is definitely on Netflix, so they have a little more room to be a little more maybe gruesome or risque, and it seems like the Wyatt 6 as a horror faction, they should be a little more on the risque side. I'm not saying we have to go like, Chainsaw Massacre, but I don't know, we could do something a little more on the creepy side with them. And I think there's more opportunity when it's on Netflix than when it's on the USA Network, cable network. So I agree, the Wyatt 6 should be on Raw. Chatter 2011, Jey Uso as a title challenger is an insult to Gunther and a waste of his time. There you go, that's a hot take for you. You know what, I'm just gonna let that one sit for the viewing audience. What do you guys and girls think? Is Jey Uso a waste of Gunther's time, an insult? Just let me know. I personally don't think he's an insult to Gunther, but I think Gunther's gonna beat him. Alex Johnson, Nia Jax should have had a rematch against Tiffy before potentially rehashing her feud with Rhea. Yeah, this is very weird. Why am I going after Rhea and not Tiffy? Yeah, she kind of explained it. She's like, I can go after Tiffy anytime, but it's like, what is happening here? I want the brand split to matter. I get it, there's a portal window opening, but it makes no sense that she would just skip Tiffy, who costed her the belt, and go after Rhea. Now, it's great for Rhea because Rhea needs some actual competitive matches, but it makes no sense within the character of Nia to not want both revenge and title on her former best friend Tiffy. Ducky Devon, the New Day really needed that win. That was Kofi's first match, and he lost. It makes the New Day look weak. They should have had them win until Mania, then lost the belts. Yeah, I don't understand when they were not on the same page. Kofi and Xavier, they were losing all the time. So they turned heel. They're on the same page. They should be winning all the time now. Like, I don't think Rey Mysterio really needed that win. And if they were that scared of having Rey Mysterio look weak, well, they could have replaced him with any LWO member, and Kofi needed the win. I'm sorry, that was dumb. That was absolutely dumb booking, I believe, on Triple H's part. Let him cook. I'm sorry, we can't just say let him cook for every single thing. I love Triple H. His booking is amazing, but there are some blind spots, and I thought the New Day was not one of them because their heel turn was amazing, but now, after 7 to 8 weeks, that's what we got? A loss to Rey? No, I'm sorry, no. Yanel Sosta, New Day tries to bribe JBL with money, and it didn't work. That was actually not just money, it was like $2. That was hilarious when Kofi just puts it in his pocket. I really wish that JBL would have been on their side. I think it's kind of stupid that he wasn't. It was a missed opportunity. We gotta give him something. We gotta give the New Day someone. So, yeah, but it was hilarious. Here's $2. I'll tell you what, Kofi puts $2 in my pocket, I'm doing whatever Kofi wants. But I want my $2. Name that movie. Dylan, I hope he doesn't help Kevin Owens, referring to Sami Zayn. I'm assuming Kevin Owens wants Sami to help. That was really good. I really liked how Kevin explained why he will allow Sami to team up with Roman, but not Cody with Roman, because he believes that Sami is just such a good soul that he can't help himself but forgive others, because he knows firsthand in that Kevin Owens is like a jerk, and he forgave him also. So that was really good. I was impressed with how they spun that, and I don't think Sami will help Kevin, though. I think Sami is a full-fledged good guy right now, a face. I don't see him helping Kevin, and I bet that's what makes Kevin so upset and starts their real feud going into WrestleMania. Raj Guru, apart from Sami, CM Punk, Seth, Drew, and KO segments, everything sucked. Well, I mean, that was 5 segments, so, I mean, that's gotta be kind of good. It sucked so bad that I fell asleep 3 times. It took me 7 hours to finish the show. 7 hours to finish the show? I think 3 hours, like, no matter how good it is, 3 hours is still long. Not for a PLE, because, you know, you have like a whole month to build up to it, and you're hyped, but every single week, 3-hour Raw, 3-hour SmackDown. As good as it is, as good as it does for the talent, it can get a little long. I think there was one point on my stream that I yawned like 3 times in 3 minutes, and I was enjoying myself even. Just, you know, we just gotta get used to it, I guess, because it's the nature of the beast now. Raphael Lanaire, Penta versus Dunn stole the show. Their styles are very similar and makes it easy for them to produce a banger. I did think that this was a very good second match. I wish they would have showcased Penta a little more, like how they did at the first outing with Chad Gable, but I get it, Chad Gable's a whole different beast. But it was a good match. It definitely was a good match. I mean, was it the best match of the night? The Drew-Seth match was pretty good. It was up there. If it wasn't the best, it was like tied for the best. So, yeah, Penta still doing great. And you know what? There's interest, because I posted a video on Sunday and it has like 25,000 views right now, which is amazing for my channel, on who Penta is. So a lot of people are just like taking notice and wondering who this Penta guy is. And you know what, Penta? You're doing an amazing job so far. Number 2, Jey is very underrated on the mic. He fried Gunther with his WrestleMania line and his revenge for Gunther cooking him last week. He is, actually, and he's on the mic in a very different way. At one point, Gunther called him a mascot, and almost everybody would have taken that as a complete insult or tried to get away from it. Like, no, I'm the quarterback. But no, he said, I am the mascot, and this is my team. That was a really unique way to counter being called a mascot. So I was impressed with his ability on the mic tonight. And I like when he gets serious and drops the yeet, or at least incorporates serious with his yeet character. Number 3, Kofi Kingston looks good in black. I'm liking the New Day being strategic and cowardly heels. I'm liking it too, but they needed to win. I did like that he was in black jeans, or at least something not colorful. I like that they stopped their music, getting rid of anything that could make them a face. He wasn't as high flying as he usually was as well, so that is good, but he needs a victory. Number 4, Sami's storyline is cooking, from his dilemma with Kevin Owens to accidentally kicking Seth to catching a stray from Punk. Ooh, that stray from Punk. Yeah, good call. I'm glad you brought that up. When Punk was doing his mic and he said, Sami Zayn, not even on my level. Ouch. Ouch. And if you don't know, those guys actually don't really like each other in real life. And Sami is a friend of Colt Cabana and the Young Bucks. And those are the guys that started all the drama in AEW that led to CM Punk getting into actual fist fights backstage, getting fired, quitting, whatever you want to call it, suspensions. So Sami and Punk, like, they're not really on friendly terms, and not like Seth and Punk aren't on friendly terms. While, yeah, those guys don't like each other, they're still very much professionals to each other, but I think there's more to Sami and Punk than there actually is with Seth. Seth's hatred of Punk is professional, while Sami's hatred of Punk is personal. Judy Angela Jetson, we got Bayley versus Nia tonight because, PFC, Pure Fusion Collective, ate another loss because Lyra did not have an in-ring promo because the women's division deserves better. Yeah, they definitely do deserve better. I think they will. I think the women's division on Raw will start cooking really, really soon once we get Charlotte and Becky back. Becky is like ready to go. I think they're just holding her for Rumble, and they've already started Charlotte vignettes. So I see that happening and really going after Rhea Ripley. But Bayley versus Nia, I will say this. They have really good chemistry together, and I was just, holy crap, why do we gotta watch this match again? But then halfway through their match, I got really invested. So I will say that. I will give props where it's due. But why are they fighting? Again, they've been like back and forth for the last 3 months on SmackDown, and then it comes to Raw, we didn't need that. They could have done something else. I will agree there. Pure Fusion Collective ate another loss. Yeah, okay, we're done with the team, right? Can we just break them up? Maybe they'll have better luck on their own, because Shayna Baszler was amazing, and I think she could be amazing again. And Zoe Starks, like, she has a lot of personality. If you watch her in that tag match, when she wasn't in the ring, she was trying to hype up the team and stuff like that. She had a lot of good, I don't know, a lot of charisma when she didn't need to. She was always on, and I like that about wrestlers. I like when a wrestler is always on, even when they don't have to be. So if we're not going to let them win, then just break them up. And Lyra did not have an in-ring promo. That was definitely dumb. Like, I'm just going to say, that was dumb, because why though? It's like, here you have the first Intercontinental Women's Champion, a new belt just created. We couldn't give the woman like 5 minutes to talk about it. I understand why they didn't do it on SmackDown with Chelsea Green, because that was a pre-taped show, so they couldn't risk showing who the winner was when she won on Saturday Night's Main Event, and the next week was like pre-taped, so that was fine. Logistically, they shouldn't have done Chelsea Green follow-up the next week on SmackDown as champion, but they have no excuse to not do it on Raw. Last week was live, this week was live. Lyra Valkyria, we could have squeezed in 5 minutes for her to say, I did it. Tis Mickey. Tonight's Raw was good. I'm super excited to see what they're doing with Sami. But this storyline with Drew, Seth, Kevin Owens, and Karrion Kross is really good. Yeah, I like how everything is kind of interweaving, outer weaving. Is that a word? Outer weaving? But yeah, everything is just connected. I love it. I love it. And then I'm also starting to think, and call me crazy, Tis Mickey, you are crazy. Call me crazy, but I'm starting to think Jey might win the Rumble. Well, it looks like we got 2 people on board the Jey train, and I'm not on there yet. I'm not on there. Well, I'm on the Jey train. I'm just not on the Jey train to winning the Royal Rumble. I'm going to get off at Saturday Night's Main Event because I think he's going to lose there, and I don't think he's going to win the Rumble. But if he did, I wouldn't be sad about it. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm with Tiz Mickey. Decent Raw. Very excited to see the Sami stuff, because when Sami is in a great storyline, he excels. And when he's not, ooh. Damian King, we finally got Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston one-on-one. I've been needing this for a while now. Yeah, it was, we were supposed to get it last year at King of the Ring or something, and they just put it on a house show, which was like, I don't know, that was an interesting booking decision. But we finally got it. I think Kofi should have won. I think the storyline called for Kofi to win, but I digress. What do I know? I know, he should have won. Did you see Drew roast WrestleMania on Twitter? I did. There was a post where it was like it had like Drew McIntyre holding the world championship at WrestleMania 40, and WrestleMania posted, the TikTok ban lasted longer than this, and then Drew fired back. And was like, shut up, you, and then blah, blah, blah. If you guys don't follow Drew on his social medias, go do it, because that guy is money. Bronson Reed actually is an up-and-coming social media troll as well, and same with the New Day. Monster Jam Brawny, I love you, EO. So instead of Solo, he loves EO. All right, EO, you know what? I can dig that. Bishop Marley, if Roman isn't going to be here every week, at least have Paul Heyman. It's hard to get behind Roman when he's not doing anything. Yeah, it is. It's different this time round, too, because before, the bloodline was totally under his control, right? So Roman could literally just take off, be gone, and his presence would still be felt, because every week, Paul Heyman, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa were always showing up on his behalf. But this time round, he's kind of by himself, and it's like, okay, so he's just going to show up once a month when he's not even champion? I agree. It's a little different this time than last, but I don't know. What can Paul Heyman really do? Just say every week, yeah, Roman's going to beat you? He did come out on SmackDown to challenge Cody Rhodes, basically, or at least throw down the challenge that Roman's going to win the Rumble and challenge you, Cody. So I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how they're going to do it unless Roman gets a faction back so they could be his, like, you know, his hands or his boots on the ground, because Roman just not showing up all the time as a face doesn't work as much as it did when he was a heel. Roger Murray, CM Skunk. I've never heard that before. Of all the years, CM Skunk, never heard that one. Looks like he slept in his car. Even Jackie Redmond held her nose. I don't know. I didn't see Jackie hold her nose, but I will say he did look a little disheveled. But you know, we can at least rule out the fact that he was on a bender, because the dude's straight edge. And I'll say this though, that promo was straight fire. Maybe he was up all night writing it, because he did look a little like, you know, worn out. But then again, he is wrestling more than ever, so maybe his just, you know, hey, you know, Father Time catches up to all of us. I think him and I are around the same age, and if I was on his schedule, shoot, I would look like I slept in a dumpster, not just my car. And I love that promo he did. What a fiery promo, so freaking good. DS Post 6 CD. Triple H booking and the Punk feud have been completely buried Drew McIntyre. You can make excuses like, well, you got TV time or the story or eventually pay off, but those are just cop-outs. And I feel it's forced into a position where you have to give Drew the title because of how much you've destroyed him and his credibility. And I'm okay with him losing to CM Punk, because you know what? It's a feud, and I do believe that usually the good guy ultimately should win the feud. And Drew McIntyre won the first match at SummerSlam. So I was okay with Drew losing there. But then he went on to lose to Jey Uso. Not okay. And now he's losing to Seth Rollins, which I get. Seth Rollins has to win too. But it's like, could we have not at least protected him? I think there's other ways to do it. Or give Drew McIntyre more matches so it doesn't seem like he's losing all the time. Because he hasn't wrestled that much. But yet, when he does, he just loses. So we have to maybe give him like at one match a month so he can get some victories. He can eat a loss. I get it. His character is designed to eat a loss and come back stronger, but it doesn't mean we have to just let him eat losses. Jamie K, it's insane how effortlessly Karrion Kross transitioned from a lost mid-carder to a convincing addition to the main event scene. I wouldn't put him in the main event scene yet, but he is rising. His stock is rising. And I'll say this, for years, I have not cared about Karrion Kross and said, why is he even still hired? To actually enjoying him on camera now. He has stepped up his game, and good for you, Karrion. I am happy to be proven wrong. You are doing an amazing job right now, and keep it up so you can get to that main event level. TTJC, I hope Dom gets the tag titles with JD. The guy deserves a title after all the work he has put in the last year, and for the humiliation he endured to put Rhea and Damian over. I would definitely like him to get a championship. I don't know if I want him to get the tag team titles, but then again, I definitely don't think it's the right time to get Intercontinental and or US. So, unless we're talking speed, okay, give him the tag titles. Give him the tag titles. I'm okay with that. Or watch my video tomorrow, and hopefully he doesn't get the title that is in my prediction video or my bad booking video of tomorrow. But yeah. So don't forget, watch tomorrow's video. Christian Jasso, I think Penta has the potential to win the World Championship at least once. I really hope he does. Hopefully by the end of 2025, he has a world title on him. I really hope that he progresses that much in that amount of time. He's still fairly young though, so and if it happened in 2026, I'd be okay with that too, but I do want a world title on the guy. I've been really, really impressed, and I think that he could go a long way in bringing new eyes to the WWE, and I would love that. Sorry, 1800, the Wyatt Six are officially jobbers. They lost their second feud, and they haven't been appearing that often. I mean, put the fries in the bag, add some extra salt, and drink some water to wash it down, because that's what you are. Washed. Okay, so Sorry is definitely not happy with the booking of the Wyatt Six. I scratched my head at it too. I was very surprised they lost to the Final Testament. Good for the Final Testament, but like the Wyatt Six, like, okay, that's a far cry from massacring the whole Raw production team on your first night to months later losing to the Final Testament. I don't know if I would call them jobbers, but they're on that path. Negligence. Kofi lost. Let's go, Ray needed that. I don't agree. I love Triple H so much. He really is the GOAT. I'm not even being sarcastic this time. Oh yeah, negligence. He kind of suckered me in last time, but it looks like he's liking the he likes Kofi losing for some reason, which I don't agree with. Kofi losing is just so amazing and so predictably awful. No Triple H, no H, I lied. You get no praise for that egregious decision. All right, not only did he get me last week, but then he got me not getting me, and then he got me. I'm with negligence, even though, okay, you're not getting me. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. No, like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So shame on me, but you're not getting me a third time, negligence. Next week, you will not trick me. I will not believe anything you say. Other than, I do agree with your opinion, though. Kofi should have won. TTJC, all I want to know is why Karrion was watching Seth like that. If any time in the modern WWE or the Triple H WWE, when someone's giving an interview or walking backstage, look behind them, because there's Easter eggs. And there was one point when Seth Rollins was on camera and Karrion Kross was just like, he was just staring him down. So, maybe Karrion Kross is about to hit above his weight class, because right now, Karrion Kross has done an amazing job from getting out of the lower mid card, but he's still mid. And Seth is definitely main event. Is Seth going to get into a program with Karrion? Does Karrion push him over the edge and finally team up with Drew? We shall see. Donatello Leonardo really getting tired of Drew losing all the time, especially given how he worked over the past year. And this Triple H losses don't matter thing is just lazy excuse, in my opinion. Why have belts and even wrestle the matches if it doesn't matter who wins? So I have said this before, and I'll say it again, and I agree with Donatello Leonardo. Why can't we just let certain people win? Why do they always have to eat losses? I get it. We're trying to appeal to the main audience and we want good guys to win, but no, we got to have the bad guys win sometimes, or it doesn't mean nothing if the good guys win. Like, the bad guys have to win, so the good guys win can mean even more. We need to start giving Drew some victories, and Kofi Kingston as well. The New Day need to have some victories. If Penta had debuted and lost, it would have derailed Penta. Oh, but wins and losses don't matter. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Eventually, you have to win. You have to stop losing and start winning. Penta is winning. That's a good call. Let's keep Penta winning, but we got to let Drew win. We got to let the New Day win. Get what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, there you go. Those are your hot takes for today. I don't know what day it is. I forget what day it is. It is Monday, Tuesday, January 21st. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. We'll do a live stream for SmackDown and Saturday Night's Main Event. We will do hot takes, and we'll have videos in between. I think tomorrow's video will be really bad ideas that could happen for the Royal Rumble. Ideas that I don't want to happen, but could happen. Guys, girls, have a great day.